You're listening to the RTMV Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RTMV Podcast. And this week we have Mitch Roese on the potty this week, mate. Huge Tigers fan, and you're a huge sports guy at Channel 7. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so I am a sports producer down at Channel 7. It's a pretty sick job working with some of the most respected sports presenters and journos in the game, and yeah, really loving it.
Yeah, you work with like Katie Brown, Georgia Costi, all that team.
Yeah. So I work with them on Sunrise. Mate, love them. They're awesome. And then, yeah, my shifts are all over the shop, whether I'm working Sunrise or doing like the 6 p.m. So I work a lot with Matt White, Mel McLaughlin. Yeah.
They're some of the biggest names in sports journalism, mate.
They are.
So how was the Logies last night? Did you get the invite?
No, I didn't. No, I had to unfortunately watch it from home, but I got lots of videos from all the people that were there.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. Well, you were saying off air that you had to wake up at 11:30 p.m. Tell me about that. So you got to commute, get in, and you're in the office at what time?
Yeah. So if I'm working Sunrise, I have to get in the office at 2:30 in the morning. And then so the office is in Redfern, and then I still live on the Central Coast. So the commute is about an hour and 10. So I'm usually leaving home at about 1:15 in the morning. Yeah.
So you're spewing that fuel excise is no longer now with all the fuel you're chewing through.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like,
do you have a transporter, or is it just drive in, get it done, get out?
Yeah, just like pretty much just get in the car, put on some podcasts. Sometimes if I'm working midweek and there's not really much happening, I'll just listen to some music to kind of hype me up, I guess.
What's your go-to potty outside of the RMTV one?
Mate, the RTMV it's an absolute staple. Your typical bloke in a bar, hello sport. And then because obviously with Channel 7 where our main sport is AFL, I'm a big Dan Gorringe fan, so always listen to the Dan Does Footy podcast, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much, when you think of AFL like creators, I think Dan Gorringe, he's like top of the pack. You got Oz American Aces as well. They're another good one. I guess both of us working in a newsroom, you could say a lot of people, they just see the host on the TV. They just, chuck the telly on and they think, oh, it's all magic. But really, it's just the producers. They're the guys, lifting, guys and girls lifting all the weight up. Are there days where it's just, it can be like so stressful you just want to like bang your head on the table, or is it pretty smooth sails?
Yeah. Oh no, it's live TV, especially for Sunrise. Like, it's live TV, and even the 6 p.m. as well. It's all happening live. So essentially, my job is when I get in, I'm pretty much having a look at what's news, what's happened. Obviously, fresh from overnight. Is there anything developing? And then my job is to write what essentially the presenters are reading on screen, and then allocate the vision that is also on the screen as well.
Like the straps and all that.
Yeah, the straps as well. Yeah, so
using frame light, is it what?
No, iNews.
iNews. Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, iNews for the scripting, and then Quantel for the vision.
Yeah, lovely. And obviously no one knows, but how we met, Channel 9, I think it was the Paralympics. That was 2024.
Yeah.
Back end of the year. That was some fun nights. I think we were starting at midnight. At 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it, that was just like producing like VOD, all those vids.
Yeah. It was for their like 9 Now platform, doing match replays, match highlights, all the medal ceremonies. It was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah. So before that, I think I dabbled in a bit of ABC. I was at the Chookies at Para, but you did a bit of soccer, a bit of Mariners, CFC, and then your beloved Tigers. Walk me through that. Was that just an internship, or they were giving you a bit of cash?
Yeah.
Because really, it's hard. You got to. I remember at uni, like saying, it's just not the piece of paper. You got to go out there, especially for journos in the media industry. It's a lot of unpaid internships.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole, going back to the whole phrase, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. But then at the end of the day, you also have to have that resume and that credibility behind you for sure. But like, yeah, so going back to a bit about my background, it was, I think I first started out with this website called the Football Sack. I know it was down for a little bit. I think they have brought it back, but it was like an internship essentially. Each team had a, like, A-League team had a reporter, and obviously being from the Central Coast, I was allocated the Central Coast Mariners.
Yeah. So
essentially just doing what a normal journo, like sports journo, would do: go to games, go to training sessions, go to like press conferences. And then kind of just floated on from there. I got to know the then media manager from the Mariners pretty well, and then I did a bit of work, just internships, like still unpaid work for them. And then it kind of just flowed on, really. I think did a bit of work for New South Wales Rugby League.
Yeah. New South Wales Cup?
Yeah, New South Wales Cup, yeah. So that was my first paid opportunity. Just, again, doing just match reports.
It always feels better, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it was kind of like that moment in my early media career where I was like an accomplishment, really, because I'd done all this work for free, and then it can take its toll. It's like, you know, when am I going to get my break? I feel like that was my break. And then
the turning point.
Yeah, the turning point. And then funny enough, I met. I was actually at a game at a Western Suburbs Magpies reserve grade game.
Yep.
And obviously being the feeder club for the West Tigers, and their media team was in the box, like in the press box. I just started talking to them, just having a chat as I normally do, just introduced myself. And they were like, it was when it was 2023, so they were bringing in their inaugural NRLW side. And they're like, our media team, you know, would value an extra set of hands to come on and just to help out. Like, unfortunately, it's unpaid. Like, it's an internship. And I was like, it's crazy. Like, as you mentioned before, like, I'm a diehard Tigers fan. Like, growing up, Tigers my whole life. And I was like, just jumped at that opportunity. And then that kind of flowed on from there and just built out that resume to help, I guess, land that gig we had with Channel 9. And then it's just kind of flowed on from there. And now I'm at Channel 7.
Yeah, like it is the flow-on effect, and it's also a balance of, like, you know, who you know and what you know. You know, I was also lucky to do a bit of time at the Chooks as well, and it's an unreal feeling, you know, walking through the walls of, you know, your beloved club, my club, and you don't want to take it for granted though, because before you know it's all done. But yeah, so tell me about your love for rugby league. Did you grow up playing it? Who did you play for?
So I played for the Aaron Eagles on the Central Coast, the Central Coast Comp. I started in the under sixes, so when I was 5, and I finished up when I was 15, so the under 15s. So it's, played 10 years of junior footy, but at the end of the day, I was a bit of a late bloomer, like size-wise. I was always the real short, skinny kid. And I just didn't like the contact aspect to it. So, kind of gave that up. But I was always really, like, in school, and I was always obsessed with, like, sport and rugby league, especially. I was fairly proficient in writing essays, and I kind of joined them together. I actually was fortunate to do I was year 11. I was fortunate to do a internship, like a week's internship at Channel 9. So,
nice.
So I got to rub shoulders with Jake Duke, Danica Mason.
They would have been young back then.
Yeah, Ken Sutcliffe.
Wow.
I know, yeah. And again, like you said, like, working for our respective, like, sporting teams, like, walking down the hallways, like, your idols pretty much working. You're like, this is great. So that definitely fueled my passion for sport media for sure.
And to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. It's scary that the similar paths we go. I did about 10 years of league, and then I was still a stick, and everyone was growing. So that's when I bounced over to AFL, and then the writing just kept going along. But the question I want to ask is, you've doubled in the 7, the 9 newsrooms. Who's like the most famous sports fella you've seen in the newsroom?
Oh, I've seen like
Have you
personally.
even had a chat with him, or who's one that stands out?
No, like
Did you see Volk? Didn't you see Volkanovski?
no. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know, because there's a lot of like obviously going to like press conferences and stuff. Like you see all these people that like I think, and it's just bringing the inner child out of me. Like going to like Tigers presses and interviewing like Benji Marshall. Like he's now the coach of the West Tigers. But when I was a young kid, he was playing like he was
the man, dude.
He was the man. Like he was everyone like every little kid wanted to be like. Like
the Benji step, the Benji flick.
Yeah. And just like going there and like going to those press conferences and being like, this is crazy.
This is it.
This is unreal.
You got to pinch yourself sometimes.
Yes.
You look back and you think, geez, and it doesn't get old, I reckon. So all these presses you go to, you still get that buzz.
Yeah. It's like, because I'm only pretty like fairly young in my career.
Yeah.
I try and stay, a bit like, obviously I'm focused at the job in hand, but then there's times where I'm like, this is crazy. Like I'm talking to you where I thought it'd never be possible. Per se, so I don't know. It's a bit of a weird way to explain it, but as for the most like famous or like prolific person, I don't know. I honestly couldn't give you a straight answer.
Or any like wise words from a journo that you've like spoken to, some wise advice.
No, not really. I don't know. It's sometimes, and it's not like sometimes it can be a bit locked away. Like especially if I'm doing sunrise, like it's like I'm pretty much inside all day. Like
you're still waking up, mate.
Yeah, honestly, and people come in, and I'm just like, God, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. With rugby league, getting back to the Tigers, do you have any intel, mate, about the vaping saga? Did you get any words?
No, well,
was it all made up? Was it all a bit of BS?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll take Benji's words, and when he said, there's absolutely there's no vaping in the rooms, but again, like there could be, and he did say, that,
he said, like all adults, they can vape.
Yeah,
and
like
smoke.
he can't tell them, like they're adults, like he can't tell them what to do. So, but then again, you kind of expect him to do that because he is the head coach.
Do you like the way he goes about things, Benji? I think he's pretty raw and honest. I reckon these journos, they try and get him for like a gotcha moment, but I reckon he just says it how it is. What's your take on it?
Yeah, well, there was that preseason doco that he did, and he was very like he was setting the standards. Like if you guys don't, like, to the players, like if you guys don't want to live up to the standards, like you can get lost. Like we don't want you here. But then again, it's, I don't know. At times I just don't feel like he's holding players to account. Like for instance, the whole Adam Dewey situation.
Yeah.
Like for him to. And, we still don't know what the conversation was like. Obviously, the reports are Dewey was disgruntled with Benji's decision to move him into lock. But to bring him back in, like straight back into starting halfback, like when Dewey's just thrown all his toys out of the cot essentially, like, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah, it was very messy. And Brett Camorley, I think he said on SEN, he's dealt with Dewey before. I don't know. Do you see him staying at the club? You think the piece has been settled?
Benji?
No, Dewey, Adam, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's contracted. He's contracted for the next few seasons.
So they've turned the temperature down.
Yeah, you'd think so. But then again, like it's tough, and especially for the Tigers, unfortunately, contracts don't really mean too much nowadays. Like the whole, like last season, like Lockie Galvin, then this season with Jerome Luai. Like, I mean, obviously it was the Tigers who made the decision to cut him a year early, because like that was the whole PNG stuff. Like, he was allowed to do that. Like, that there was a clause in his contract where he could leave a year early.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? But we'll dive into the Tales of Tiger Town soon.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by FDS Eyewear. FDS Eyewear is your one-stop shop for quality, affordable eyewear. With the latest lens technology and weekly eye testing services, FDS Eyewear provides competitive rates over the larger optical retailers. Visit their store at Wentworthville Plaza, just a short drive from Parramatta.
Let's get into round 24 review.
Mm-hmm.
Penrith 6, Roosters 12 at CommBank. I was there, mate. You spotted me on TV. I think a few people did.
I did, yeah. It was actually one of the sights to see. Like, it was just like lying there. Cherry Evans goes over for his second, and I'm like, hey, the Roosters are up. And then they cut to the crowd, and you're over there banging the drums.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I know that guy. Like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
Yeah, I got a few messages at full time, but yeah, I was pretty confident. I was saying with my co-host last week, Geordie. You know, I thought Teddy was going to play, and he's got that ankle issue at the moment. I went bold. I went 13 plus.
Yeah.
And I think if Teddy plays, I actually think we could have won 13 plus.
Yeah.
I think he would have straightened up the attack a bit. Cody Ramsey, he was great.
He's been the feel-good story of this year.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I was fortunate to do a little story of his or about him on 7 6 p.m. Sports Bulletin, just about, I think it was his return, and just the story, and like just listening to him tell his story, and then like it's just remarkable, like the stuff that he went through and the resilience that he's shown to get back here.
Yeah, very humble. You know, you can hear the emotion in his voice, even at full time when he's talking to like Channel 9 after the game. It just means so much to him to be back. So I think he's definitely loving it. And he played so well, dude. Cleary was just launching these bombs.
Outstanding. He played so well. Like, and especially, I'm sure we're talking about the the Roosters like defensive resolve. Like, you know, countless sets on the line, and he's barking orders, shoving players in the right positions where to go, like orchestrating the Roosters' goal line defense, like he was a 300-game veteran, he was James Tedesco essentially. Like, it was
unreal.
Yeah,
and he had the fresh haircut, so from behind he did look like Teddy a little bit.
Yeah.
But I watched him. I was up at Gosford when he played on the wing for his first full game back, and still played well. But his position is definitely fullback. That's where he excels the most.
Yeah, I think it's Teddy's got. You'd say 2-3 seasons left. Like, there's definitely going to be a position, like, obviously, you know, the Roosters, they've got big raps on Rex Bathingthwaite.
Yeah, yep.
For him to kind of be Teddy's successor, but I don't know. I feel like maybe, you know, with Nwanganitawase leaving next year, there's definitely a spot for Ramsey on the wing to kind of bide his time, and then, you know, when the time is right and Teddy moves on, like, I'm all for Ramsey being their next fullback.
And he's still young, dude. So.
That's what I mean. 26 or
he's not he's not in his 30s yet, so he's still got plenty of years to go. But yeah, look, that game, I had 2018-19 vibes with that defense. The Great Wall of Bondi. That Bondi Wall, mate.
Yeah, I love that. I love that little write up after the game.
Yes. Yeah. Benny and I, that was a good article we popped up, but I just think they were on. You know, there's a lot of doubters. I had a few mates at work saying Penrith are going to put a number on us. But I was still quietly confident. And they got it done. And DCE, I think he just took the game. What's the word I'm looking for? Took the game by the...
No, I'm stumped now as well.
I'm stumped now. But look, yeah, he got the 2 tries, and defensively as well. He showed up Cleary a little bit. But Penrith, I think with, you know, Dylan Edwards came back. I didn't think he had the best game. I don't know where his head was at. He got into Connor Watson, gave away a penalty.
Yeah, you don't see that very often from the Panthers, when especially Dylan Edwards as well.
But it had a finals vibe about it, didn't it?
It just goes to show how important Isaiah Yeo is to their attack. Like
he's the glue.
Yeah. Like and no, like Lindsay Smith's a phenomenal back rower and lock when he needs to be, but Isaiah Yeo just adds something else. Like his ball playing ability, his ability to free up, Cleary, and then it would have been Jack Cogger as well. Yeah, he's going to hope. I mean, for Penrith fans, they're going to be hoping he's back as soon as they can. Like back-to-back losses, like it's not.
Yeah, I think. Look, I think with Isaiah, he gives so much space to Cleary.
Exactly.
He'll run that deep in that line.
Yep.
Cleary, because that's when sometimes you watch the chin play, and you'll see like he just has so much time. So then by the time he gets the ball, he's already out the back to by the time he gets the tie, he's pretty much going to score because the defensive line on the other end's already so tight. But time will tell. Dolphins 22, Manly zip, Fosball zip. Is Fosball done?
Fosball's dead, mate. Who knows? No one knows what Fosball is or was because it's dead now.
Was it just a marketing tool to KFC turned into Fosball?
Yeah, Fospines Park, like renaming that oval after it's I don't know. It's tough. Like I mean, hey, going from a 0-3 start to the season to they won 6 or 7 or they had went on a massive run. And finals was pretty much a certainty, and then it just 6 straight losses now.
Slowly just blew up. But yeah, I just think that game, Manly at home, pretty much the last chance to show something, and they showed nothing. I think Luke Brooks, your old Tiger, he's a big loss, dude. I think a lot of pressure on Joey Walsh. Their attack just was not doing anything.
No.
And the Finns as well. They didn't play too well, but they just I think their strikes out the backs. It's got it done.
Yeah, it wasn't a really exciting game from either team. The Dolphins try came off. Nikorima's first was a pretty sloppy goal line defense. Then Jack Bostock has that intercept, goes length of the field.
2 sin bins as well thrown in, a bit of a poo slinger. But yeah, I think Fosball. It's as soon as they signed him to make him permanent coach, that's when the losses hit. Opposite for the Saints though, when they signed up Dean Young, they've been looking good. South Sydney 22, Dogs 6. There was a lot of talk about the Dogs. They were favourites going into this.
They were.
But no, credit to South Sydney, man. They're looking all right. If you run into them in the finals, it's going to be close time.
I feel like this season has definitely been built on resilience. They've lost. I feel like every week they're losing star players to injury. They just don't. There's no consistency in the team. Players, trying to build connections with other players. It'd be so hard for them this season, and they're pretty much defying all odds. Really, they're pretty much a certainty now to return to the finals.
Yeah, they'll return. It's the opposite of what happened last year. They just kept losing so many players, and flip the coin. This year they're getting the wins over the losses, but
yeah. Well, I mean, out of Rabbitoh's training this morning, Latrell Mitchell back running again.
Yeah,
but probably very unlikely for a return this week.
They might get him fit and firing for his return against the Chooks. Final round.
Yeah, but
it's a South's home game as well.
It is, yeah. I was listening to that. Yeah, a home game at Allianz.
Yeah, it's just to keep South fans quiet.
Yeah.
Because they want to call it Trelliance.
Yeah. But I mean, we know Latrell's game's built on emotion. Do you risk bringing him back that game, or do you?
I think you
wait
got
to
to
the finals.
You got to give him one game before the finals. I don't know, because they could go into a finals game against the Dolphins, and that the Finns, if they turn up on their game, offensively, they'll probably smoke South, I reckon. But yeah, I don't know. You give him. That's another thing against Chooks. If he's on report, he could get a 1 or 2 game.
That's what I mean. As I said before, game built on emotion. We know, he loves the argy-bargy, loves getting into, and especially the rivalry, the Roosters-Rabbitohs rivalry.
Yeah.
Nothing feels it more.
And then Canberra, 24, Sharks 20. I heard this one a bit on Triple M. I was behind the wheels at the time of this game, but yeah, Cronulla, 2 losses in a row now. There was, it's a funny game, rugby league. 1 week, Cronulla are going to win the comp. And now they're 2 losses. They're outside of the top 4. A team like Cronulla, they got to finish in the 4. What do you reckon?
Most definitely. Like, as you said, back-to-back losses, they do need to finish top 4. Like, the whole narrative around them has always been they can't compete with the top 4 sides.
It's the pretenders tag.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly right. And, they're always playing a straight bat to it, but it's reality. And obviously the injury to Braden Trindle doesn't help it either. Like,
Trindle he went off within the first 10, I think.
Yeah, just goes to show, like, he's leading the competition in try assists. He's been so instrumental to the Sharks' attack. Like, he frees up Nico, takes a lot of the responsibility off Nico. With Nico, all he has to do is just pass it out the back, give it a tricky Trindle. But now, there's got to be a lot more responsibility in the last few rounds put back on Nico Hines.
Yeah, Nico. And he's been playing. For the past few months, he's been in unbelievable form. But, look, if they lose to Titans this weekend, there'll be trouble in the Shire.
There will be. And it's their premiership hopes. It's a massive, massive hit.
And then Parramatta, 32, Cowboys 30 at CommBank. Not much to play for the Eels, but for the Cowboys, similar game to Manly. Had to win this one. And then literally off the kickoff, I think it was one of the backs for Parramatta. He just literally ran through the line off the kickoff. And they said it full time. That showed the mentality of the Cowboys. They're very hot and cold. What did you take from that one?
Yeah, it was a bit bit of a back and forth contest. The main talking point is obviously the last minute penalty.
Mitch Moses.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen to the press conference. Him and Mitchie and Jason Riles. They were both pretty clear. Like, hey, we play the rules. It's the rules. And obviously Todd Payton's he came out saying it was a tough pill to swallow. Like, he hopes that a big game, especially a finals game, wouldn't be decided by a call like that. I mean, yes, by the rules it is high, but when a guy's all lying on the ground, pretty much sliding into another player, I don't know.
I reckon if that happened to Walker or Cleary on Thursday night, I reckon would have been play on. Would have been get up.
Yeah. But
different type of game. I think some games are ref differently. That's my view.
Yes, and I feel like, players, and one of the stories I wrote for Sunrise was like Moses knew he knew that he was going to get the penalty when he challenged it. But the thing is, to fix it, if he stays down and the bunker overruled, so initially it was just called a knock on. The ground official not play on, like it's knock on. Cowboys ball. Moses challenges it. To fix it,
you got to pretty much. I think consistency comes into play sometimes.
Well,
right?
you got to if Moses. Sorry, what I was gonna say is if Moses stays down, put him give him a HIA.
And then he's off.
Then he's off.
Yep.
Then he won't have the motive to challenge it.
So he's clearly fine. He got up.
Yeah.
Said challenge. I think there's been a few times actually between the Cowboys and Eagles. I think this is not the first time Todd Payton's had a crack at Parra. I think there may have been a game last year up at Townsville. And something happened, similar circumstances, but I think Mitchie, he does like a good conversation with the referees.
Yeah, he's a bit of a general out there. He's, I would say, second coming of Cameron Smith, maybe. But
yeah. It's Smithy, referee Smith. He loved to have a chat to him. And then the Warriors, at their, you could say their second home ground, Suncorp, 40 to Broncos 6. Yeah, wow. Watch this one, and the Warriors they're flying at the minute, and the Bronx are just in the dumps.
They are, and it's like like as you said, the Warriors are flying. Like their attack looks incredible. Like they're level on points with the Panthers in second spot, but they're 6 points difference below them. So like, coming into finals, like if they can lock up that second spot, like
they would love a home final.
That's what I mean. Like like 2 home finals. Like my goodness, over there, like they're unstoppable across the ditch.
Yeah, no, I think, and we'll take it back a week when they versed Penrith across the ditch and the Indigenous round into the haka and stuff. That had a finals feel to it, didn't it?
Yeah, and
yeah, there was no way they were losing that game, but. You have a finals game. Look, it's all mathematicals. What's going to happen? If Penrith lose another 1 or 2, Warriors will probably get that second spot.
Well, that was the thing with the Cowboys. The implications of the Cowboys game, because the Cowboys lost, the Bulldogs still have a chance to make the 8.
It's not over yet.
That's what I mean. This is why I like the last 2 or 3 weeks of finals, because all these scenarios, like everyone starts bringing out the calculators.
Yeah. You start pointing to the boards and stuff.
Yeah, it's like I've seen like I don't know. There was a Tigers, like a West Tigers content creator, and he was doing the math around how the Tigers could make the 8, and it was we had to win by like an average of 35 points a game. Like these teams couldn't win a single game, and it's like. The lengths some people go to make content around that, but it's also exciting though. Like,
it's good. It just creates conversation.
And going back on like a live ladder, and I was listening on the way here. I was listening to the Dan Does Footy podcast, and it's like at the moment with the AFL ladder, like there's a lot of like teams could finish in 3rd, or they could finish in 7th.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like. For instance, Hawthorn, they're currently 3rd I think they're currently they're 3rd.
Yep.
Only 3rd. And they can go, they play the last game of the round, but by that time, they'll on the live ladder, they'll be in 7th. So if they don't win that game, they can go from 3rd to 7th.
Jeez,
it's so funny.
Yeah, well, the AFL, this is their first year they're doing the wild card.
The wild card, yeah.
Look, I think more eyes on the telly. It's an extra game for the finals, right? Extra 2. Yeah.
Extra 2 games. Yeah. It's crazy, and especially for Carlton fans, they'd be loving it. An 0-8 starts, 1-8 start to the season. Now they're 10-2, or 10-2-1 because they drew over the weekend. They're in the wild card. They secure a wild card spot,
and
it's
they could
crazy.
Potentially versus Collingwood.
Yes.
That would be like, in terms of rugby, that's like South's Roosters for a spot in the finals. That would be a huge game.
The thing is, like, Collingwood have won, I think, the last 7 against Carlton. It's like when you talk about rivalry, like obviously, it's a historical rivalry, but at the moment, like, is it really a rivalry? But I feel like this, like them playing in a finals, like, would be pretty special.
Could you see the wild card coming to the NRL soon with the addition of the PNGs coming in, Perth Bears?
Potentially.
You reckon Volandis likes that type of stuff?
I think you're gonna have to. I feel like I mean maybe not. Like obviously Volandis, he doesn't want to do what the AFL are doing. He doesn't really show much respect to the AFL.
He likes it the other way around when the AFL is taking ideas off him.
Exactly.
He loves that sort of stuff. Maybe he will. He threw that bronze match in. Didn't get much positivity, didn't it?
No, I was at Trent Robertson's press conference before the Panthers game, and one of the journos asked him about that, and he was just like, it's silly. Like why? Like why would it's obviously feasible for the FIFA World Cup because the game's not as physical. But if you want a team to back up 5 or 6 days later, and bash the hell out of their bodies again. Like I don't.
It'd be
there's
like
not much incentive to it.
It'd be a 38-30 game.
Yeah.
Look at the runners-up game in the World Cup. I think it was like 8-6 or something.
And that's why the Roosters and Panthers game to kick off the round was so good because we don't want to see low scoring games, but it's so different to all these high scoring affairs we've been seeing because of the whole 6 again. It
was one for the purists, that one, wasn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
And then I think with the Broncos, going back to Bronx Warriors, we'll dive into the Bronx soon, but I think they've clocked off for the season.
Yeah, already booking Bali.
Yeah. And then Nui, 36, Titans 26. They're flying. They've got a few injuries, but they're gonna look up finals.
What a turnaround! From wooden spooners to finalists. Like it's what Justin Holbrook's done with the group, and as you mentioned, the injuries as well. Like, and it's not just injuries to fringe players; it's injuries to, like, at one point they had like the majority of the salary cap out. They had both Ponga and Dylan Brown out.
Credit to Holbrook against his old club that he coached as well.
Exactly,
would have been a bit of an FU to it.
Yeah.
Dude. Nui are flying. I think as well. Fletcher Sharp. He's unreal. It's that mullet.
He's definitely been a revelation to that team, and he's so his value, he just brings so much value to the team. Like he just fills in wherever he needs. Like obviously when Ponga is out, he was playing a bit of fullback. He's been playing the halves, center, wing. He can play anywhere, but when he plays, he just does it so well.
He's just an all round league, and you need those players in your team, right? Mm-hmm. You'll have a player like him, but then you also have a Teddy who's solely just a fullback. Yep. You put him on the wing, it wouldn't be the same. To finish things off, we won't talk about this one for too long, mate, but it will delve lovely into what we're going to discuss. So Saints 24, Tigers 22.
Sweet, we'll leave it at that.
Look, I saw this I think it was this morning. I think the fan's name is Tigers fan Doreen, and did you see it? She was like...
I don't think so, no.
She's absolutely sick of it. The losses, the deja vu in Tiger Town. Mate, you've been through it all. And other years gone by, Tigers, they haven't played finals, since 2011?
Yep.
Look, there's so much to dive into, but I think overall, what's going wrong? Do you think we'll just stick to this season? Because we could talk, Ivan Cleary, Madge, getting on the bus.
Getting off the bus.
What do you think when Luai, in the press conferences, he said, I'm not leaving, I'm staying, and then he signed to PNG, did the private jet tour up to Papua New Guinea, and then he's come back, and then obviously the Tigers have now said it wasn't him. The club said, look, you're free to leave for next year. Yep. Thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely. It was, and Benji's obviously. I was listening to his presser after the game against the Dragons, and he's admitted that all this noise, all this media, narrative has definitely taken its toll, and he's 100% right. From the moment that Luai, as you say, got on that plane, did the trip to PNG, came back, just the whole media storm. It definitely derailed the Tigers season.
Yeah, and then from there, the losses they just kept coming.
Yep.
And then Dewey, and the whole. What did you take on that? Obviously a bit of him and Benji disagreed on a position. I think he wanted to play in the halves, didn't he? And then
So that was after the was it the Bulldogs game, I think? Yeah, it was after the Bulldogs game because he actually got suspended.
Right, okay.
He got suspended, so he wasn't initially named in that team. And so for the game against the Raiders, we named the debutant Javon Andrews.
That was at Campbelltown.
No, it was down in Canberra.
Canberra, that's right. Yeah,
down in Canberra. Yeah, against the Raiders. And so he wasn't initially named because he was suspended, but then he fought his charge and he got off. So then, obviously, from they were like, oh, well, we're going to keep Javon and Jerome.
And I think that's fair. Like,
Which
he's
is
already,
it's so fair. Like, it's, and then, yeah, apparently, he's just thrown all the toys out of the cot. And like,
and may allegedly could have thrown the vape as well.
Oh, yeah, allegedly, yeah. But it's just like, this is your job. Like, and it's definitely a bad look on the club. Like, and I thought he was going to leave. I thought
that as well.
Yeah.
I just thought what was going through my head is if that happened at a Roosters or a Melbourne, I think the club tells him pack your bags. Like, you're out of here, man.
And it's the whole like.
Does it just make the Tigers look a bit amateur?
Yeah, because it's the whole, and it hasn't really lived up to it. The whole like Jerome Luai's whole team first mentality. Like, and this is your job. Like, it's, say for instance, like, at my work, I got told something to, cover something I didn't want to cover. And I just say no. Like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. It's I think a thing with a lot of league play, sometimes the ego gets the better of them.
Yeah.
And they clashed on that. But look, Tigers, they're one of my I like them. I got nothing against them, right? And when they were going well, I think I saw on your Instagram, you're on the hill. Was that the Raiders game when everyone was doing the clap?
Yeah.
You did the claw?
I did the claw, yeah.
How'd the claw go? Do you have one in you?
Oh, not at the moment. No, it's
morale's low.
Morale is it's so low. I wouldn't say I've checked out for the season, but this season could not end any quicker.
Well, Roosters this weekend. So.
That's what I mean. It's just like we got Roosters and I think we got the Panthers as well again, and then we got the Cowboys, which is like.
And Cowboys will be probably fighting for that top 8 spot.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll have everything to play for.
Well, how did it feel going from the hill? Yeah, you had the 8th, mate. Everyone's doing the claws, the Viking claps, and then from here, it's just gone.
It's been crazy. So, like, that was actually, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy to say, like, I'm a diehard Tigers fan, but that was only my second time ever going to a Tigers match. And the last time, actually, funnily enough, the last time I went before that to a game at Leichhardt, I think it might have been 2015 or 2016, where we needed to make the finals.
Against Cronulla?
No, it was against the Raiders.
Right, okay.
That's what I mean. A bit of deja vu, per se. We had to beat the Raiders to make the finals, and I think they put 50 on us.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay. But, like you said, like, just going from the highs, like, I'm like, we're making finals. And I'm sure, I know every other Tigers fans, like, this is the year we break our finals drought. And then the Luai situation comes out. And then the next week, we get put 50 on us by the Sharks. And the 2 weeks after that, 40-plus scores against the Storm and Manly.
Yeah, it's mentality. And then, like the whole vaping thing came out. Everyone knows, it was pretty well documented, but Benji shut it down. I think I saw that fan. She was saying in the reel, she's like, morale's low. She's like, I think a record's going to be broken. We may lose 100-0.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I actually think the Tigers may actually show up. It might be a close one against the Chook spot.
Oh, you'd hope so. Like,
because I'm in my mind where we're coming off a big, huge win against Penrith. Are they due for a loss? The Tigers due for a win?
Yeah, is it like, do they need that do the Roosters need that reality check?
Well, let's go up north a bit, mate. Broncos.
Red Hill.
Do they need a Tales of Red Hill, Broncos Town? Something like that, because Madge, look, he did it at the Tigers. He's up at Bronx now.
Yeah.
But it's a bit different. They're coming off literally a premiership.
Massive premiership hangover. They're still hungover.
It's just like, where do you begin? Is it the logo? Is it the new logo? Was that the curse?
Oh, potentially.
It's not the there's one logo I just can't wrap my head around. It's the Dogs one. It's too AI for me.
That's what I mean. They're all going to AI. Like the Dogs, the Raiders, even the Tigers one.
I call it AI slop. And they're playing like slop this year, the Bronx. when Payne announced he was going to South, it was just like defensively. You saw them against the Warriors. Oh, who was the one? Was it Chanel?
Chanel, yeah, the Chanel try. Yep.
The Chanel try. That just showed it right there. And Joey Johns, he came out and said it was terrible, disgusting.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head with it. Yeah. It's like they just don't care anymore. Like they've honestly checked out. And it shows. Like 12 losses in 13 games. Like it's for a team that, especially the back end of last season, like they were flying. And then obviously going on to win the comp, and then to serve up what they have this season, it's like, ooh.
It takes a lot to go back to back, and in Penrith say like to win 4 in a row. It's just, does that squad, do those players have that mentality? It's like they've just won their one, they'll out there, they'll get in the back tats, the premiership tats, the whole lot. All right, so it's like they've peaked. So now there could be a world where, does someone need to go? Like, I think Adam Reynolds, he was pretty tight-lipped about not getting picked, right? And now he's injured. But is him and Madge not getting along? Is it Ezra? Is it something's got to give?
Well, I mean, Reynolds is gone. Like he's retiring.
Yeah, that's
end
it.
Of the season. Like so. Then,
does he get his farewell?
Well, I don't know. Like it's been every week he's been pushing, and then he just keeps getting injured. It's like his retirement's coming, So I don't know. Like honestly, only the people in the 4 walls know at Red Hill know what's going on. But it shows how bad they're going. Where week after week, imagine his press conferences has defended them, saying there's so much passion, there's so much spirit in these boys, they're going to turn it around. The one against the Warriors I was listening into, it was like, that is unacceptable. Like, we need a really hard look at ourselves.
He
like
finally cracked.
He finally cracked. He's fed up. Like, and it's just...
We need to get the production team in for a Tales of Red Hill, mate. I think
so.
This is it. This is the time.
Why not?
Because you might see like how the players are in the sheds, like Reece Walsh, what's he doing and stuff, because...
Still drinking his toilet water. Well, maybe he's not drinking his toilet water this year.
They've had another big, the biggest high of, sipping out of the toilet water cup and all that.
Yeah.
But then again, that premiership they went on, a lot of luck went their way. I think if they didn't do it, Canberra would have won that last
year. Yeah. Like, obviously one of the all-time runs from the Broncos, but especially Reece Walsh as well. Like, the Clive Churchill medalist in the end. But, like you said, like, if they don't beat the Broncos, if they don't beat the Raiders, I think the Raiders would have gone on to win.
Just say this time in 2 years, is Madge coaching the Broncos?
Well, his job is safe for now.
Yeah.
But in 2 years, unless he can turn it around fast, yeah.
Because once you lose the dressing room, it's... look at Jonah Pezza coming up.
Yeah.
He'll be up there next year in the Bronx. Didn't do much for Para this year, but just the way the cookies crumble.
Yeah.
No, it'll be an interesting one. But to me, look, the Broncos... I couldn't really give a fuck what happens to them. Like, they've won their comp, right?
Yeah, it's for some people,
they're not the most liked team.
No,
like a lot of people don't like the Broncos.
As a neutral, especially in a grand final, I think you would have wanted the Broncos to win, just because like we've seen Melbourne's dominance. Like growing up, like all I've known is Melbourne playing finals, Melbourne in grand finals. And then obviously for this season, they're not even in the semi-finals, which is crazy.
Crazy, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's I was on the Bronx to win.
Yeah,
because it's like another Melbourne, and it's like this year. If there's a world where it's a Roosters Wires grand final, 99.9% of people in the rugby league world are going for the Wires.
I'm back in the Wires.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm back in the Wires.
And look, if that was the case, if they went on to win the comp, it's like, you know what? At least we didn't lose a grand final. It's like a Melbourne or a Penrith. That would hurt a lot more than the Wires, because it would be their maiden.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The RTMV podcast is brought to you by The Legal Problem Solver. The team brings over 25 years of experience in wills, probate, estates, conveyancing, property and commercial law. Connect with The Legal Problem Solver on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram.
All right, let's get into round 25. 3 rounds left, mate. This year's flown.
It has.
Uh,
Especially working in media as well. It flies.
it does, doesn't it? It's such a churn.
Yeah.
Week in, week out.
Constantly. Like the days just blend into one, honestly.
Yeah. So this one, we just spoke about Melbourne.
Yep.
They're $3.25 at Amy Park against Penrith, $1.34. I don't see a world where Melbourne win.
Yeah.
I think Penrith, they want to turn it up this week. Coming off back-to-back losses.
They have to. Like, honestly, like, as we said before, like, they're risking dropping out of that all-important top two. I mean, like, obviously they don't have a home stadium. Like, they've got, Combank.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same.
That's what I mean. But, like, if they have to then go over to New Zealand to play again, and obviously like what we saw in the last game, who knows what's going to happen.
I love the maths that comes into the play now. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
It's really good. I'd like to see. You know, I'd like to see like I think Melbourne, they got nothing to play for now, right? They're just going to throw the pill around.
Yeah.
They may cause an upset and Penrith lose 3 in a row, but I'm gonna go Penrith 13 plus.
Yeah, I'll probably back it as well.
Like a 26-12.
Even like a 24-6 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then Canberra, $1.43 up against the Bronx, $2.85. Ooh. Canberra 13 plus. I think the Bronx are checked out. They're picking their seats for Bali.
See,
now.
the thing is, like, like especially with the Raiders, like the Raiders have a great side, but they're just not living up to the highs they had last season.
I reckon,
which is really disappointing because I enjoy like that final series. I was rooting for the Raiders because it's someone.
Same.
It's someone different, but B, they were just exciting to watch. Like the brand of footy they were playing.
Are you a big fan of Ricky? You like Stewart?
Yeah. I love him because he just says it how it is.
He's right.
Thankfully, I don't have to do any press conferences with him, and especially lately, like he launches at you.
He does, doesn't he? I just think he's just rugby league, mate. He says how it is.
Yeah. She's got that aura about him.
Won a comp for the Chooks in 02. So he did a bit of time there. But yeah, no, good on Ricky. And I reckon he circled this one because the last time they played each other at Canberra was that finals.
I
think it would
be. Yeah, from recent memory, you'd assume so.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
And they'd be penciling that in for sure. So, like it definitely still burned for them, and especially in the manner that they lost as well. Like probably should have won that game.
Oh, for sure, dude.
And then obviously it going into Golden Point. They had the chance. They had that chance to win it. Jed Stewart's try, but it got disallowed because of a knock on, and then it goes back the other way. And the end of regulation when Reece Walsh, they give away a penalty for contact on Reece Walsh. That's right.
They challenged it, didn't they?
Yeah, and they get the shot right in front to level the game and send it to extra time. So that's what I mean. Like that's crazy.
You can't script that. Sometimes you can't script rugby league. And that was one of those games.
Oh, a game. Well, I know we're previewing the next round, but going back at a famous match between the Tigers and Roosters, the 2010
and yes,
final. The old Simon Dwyer absolutely sits.
Oh, Jared, yep.
JWH. 15 seconds to go. All we need to do is hold on to the ball and we lose the scrum. Yeah. And then Anasta kicks the field goal from 40 out on the sideline.
If this makes it any better, that was probably my top 5 favorite Roosters games of all time.
That probably ranks as the lowest I've ever been. I remember I would have been...
I was 8.
7 or 8. Yeah. I remember bawling my eyes out. Like, I was inconsolable. Like, I
feel bad for laughing, seriously.
No, it's fine. But, like, being a supporter of a team like the Tigers, it's just become reality. Like, the seasons before, it was like 3 straight wooden spoons.
So it's almost like you're just numb to the pain.
Yes, exactly. It's like watching the Dragons game. I had a little bit of hope, but then we lost, and I was just like, oh, we lost. Oh, no. We've been doing that for the past 7 weeks, and now it's 8.
Against the soon-to-be Wooden Spooners.
We haven't beaten them this season.
I think
we're the only team who hasn't beaten them this season.
And they're coming last.
Like, honestly, I think the Tigers are the worst team the Tigers are the worst team in the comp.
Yeah, I think so, man.
On par with the Titans.
Yes. Yeah.
The Titans are pretty woeful, but they've had a couple of upsets.
All right, Newcastle, $1.38. Manly. Actually, no, Finns first. $1.24. Eels, $4.10. Yeah, look, Finns up for me.
Well, Finns they're pushing top 4.
Yeah, I think they're sitting comfortably in 4th.
Yeah, they're another team where I'm like, if they can go deep into the finals, they're a real shot. Well, yeah, I would love to see them.
I've done it too many times, the old NRL ladder predictor, right? But
haven't we all?
Yeah.
Come on.
If you get a bit of spare time at work, you just pop it up quickly.
I promise I don't get any spare time at work. No.
I'll put it on and I go, well, if there's a world where the Warriors lose, well, even if the Dolphins don't make the 4, they could verse a Penrith if Penrith lose to Warriors. And Dolphins are that team that could rattle Penrith.
Yeah, they've just got the Dolphins are a team who have just got plenty of points in them. Like they leak, and obviously a massive turnaround from the Broncos game, the game before, to the Seagulls game. Going from leaking, I think it was like 24 points in the first half, to then leaking 0 out of a whole game. Like, not much from a coach you can ask for.
That's the thing with the Finns. I think attack is it's sweet as, right?
Yeah,
it's just getting their defense in check. But I think they're going to put a number on Parra.
Yeah,
I'm going to go 13 plus.
13 plus again.
Yeah,
I think I'll go 1 to 12.
1 to 12.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Eels, they're usually able to pull something out.
And then Newcastle, $1.38. Manly, $3.04. Up at Newey again. Manly, I think, mathematical equations. We've mentioned it. We keep mentioning it. If Manly win, there's a slim chance.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, and that's the funny part, like the funny and fun part that I get out of writing the reports for say Sunrise and the 6 p.m. It's like. You do the Bulldogs. For instance, Manly's final hopes are all but over. It's not officially dead because they can mathematically make it, but and then you start looking at who they've got, doing the ladder predictor, trying to match it up, and it's like, I mean, there's still a chance.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Like,
I think Newey put those chances to bed.
100%. 100%. As we mentioned before, Fletcher Sharp's on a tear. My boy Sandon Smith as well. He's been awesome. Sando. Oh,
I miss him at the Chooks. He's a good player, that kid. And then I think it was 2 weeks ago, he was just taking his nice precious time kicking the ball. Did you see that one?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I'm sure you would have been watching the game. Tommy Starling from the Raiders blowing up. They're really good mates because we're all from the Central Coast. And Tommy Starling and Sandon and we all went to the same high school. But obviously Tommy Starling's a little bit older. But they're around. Like, I know Sandon and Starlo, they're around. Like, they used to live around the same area.
Pocket, yeah.
Yeah, it's around. Yeah, so. They've known each other for a while, so. But I mean, hey, it's the rules. Like, he can do it. He can waste as much time as he can. And it was the same with Sammy Walker at halftime when he was taking the penalty kick.
Yeah, you just play the rules.
Play the rules. Waste of time. Like, at the end of the day, the clock's still going to run out. What's the point in me taking my time? Like,
that's it. I'm going to go Knights 13 plus.
I think, I'll probably go Knights 13 plus as well. I think this is a game where. The rematch of when Dylan Brown and Ponga went down in that match early in the season, and they still put him to the sword. and especially the form that both teams are in.
I don't see much from Manly. Their attack just there was nothing in it. They were in neutral. They couldn't get into the first gear.
Yeah, some mail. I think Tommy Turbo's eyeing a return this week.
Could be. Maybe
Will
that brings back to 1 to 12.
Yeah. Is there 6 points in him?
And then South Sydney, $2.25. The Wires, $1.64.
I don't know. It's going to be tough because it's going to be tough, but it's also going to be interesting to see who they bring into the halves. Metcalf, I don't know if they put a timeline on when he's going to be out. I think Tamari Martin's still out, maybe return this week, but yeah, I don't know. Like,
I'm going to go the Souths upset.
I think I
think it's going to be one of those games. It might, I don't know.
Well, Souths they're both in form, but I feel like that injury to Metcalf definitely will do a number on the Warriors.
Oh, where things stand, this might be the loss Wires need, and then they might win for the rest of the year.
Yep.
No, I could see a scrappy one here. I'm going to South 1 to 12.
No, I'd go 1 to 12, but like a low 1 to 12, maybe like a 6 points, to be honest. Like a 1 to 6.
So
not much in it.
Yeah, not much in it. Both back in the upset there. And then the Saints, $2.68, Doggies, $1.47. I'm going Saints for 3.
I'm 100%.
And they're playing at home. Right, I think could be win or Jubilee, one or the other, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dogs and Saints have had a lot of rivalries in the past now. Like that game. Well, yeah, this is their last chance at it, the Dogs, mathematically.
100%, yeah. They need to win this. And for the Dragons, if they win, ever so slightly getting off the bottom of the ladder, like there's still a mathematical chance
that the Broncos,
to get the wooden spoon like the Broncos type. I mean, even the Tigers are still a shot to get the spoon. But
I think the Saints, I think they always pencil this one against the Doggies. They've got a good rivalry here. 1 to 12.
I would agree. Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna go Saints Dogs Golden Point. 1 to 12. Yeah. Golden Point thriller.
I'm thinking, I'm going 1 to 12, but it'll be decided in the final 10 minutes of regular play.
And then we can both agree Gutho will just be doing these ones to the Dogs fans at full time.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
And then the second last game of the round, the Titans, $2.70 on Cronulla, $1.47. Ooh, I want to go for another upset, but I think Sharks will just be too strong. I'm going to go Sharks 1 to 12 here. Back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, 1 to 12. But they've got to show something. I feel like they need to win. I'm going 1 to 12, but I feel like they need to win 13 plus. They need to show the rest of the competition that
they're back.
They're back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Titans just being at home, they might try and get up for it a bit. But yeah, Sharkies just for me. And mate, the game of the year they're calling it.
Game of the century.
First verse 17th.
16th.
16th? Oh, yeah. Oh, because Saints last. Yeah.
Or maybe, 15th maybe.
15th, yeah. Sorry,
Dragons, Broncos, Titans,
yeah.
us, I think.
I just thought in my head Tigers last. It makes sense.
Yeah, hey, you're not wrong, honestly. Hey, going from second at like quarter way through the season to...
It's just been the downhill roller coaster. There's no going up.
Yep.
I don't know. Obviously, this is filmed before Teamless Tuesday. I think Teddy gets another rest. I think they're going to let him have another week off.
Why wouldn't you? Honestly.
I think you let Ramsey just keep doing his thing.
Ramsey, yeah.
I think the scary thing is it's either going to work in their favour for the Chooks or not, but they have a massive turnaround. They played last Thursday, and then now they're playing the last game. It's either gonna be a Cowboys Roosters game from a few weeks back, or one of those games where the Tigers could seriously do the upset of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. And as you said, this is before Teamless Tuesday. We're gonna have to make a lot of changes, and Taruva's likely out for the season now. We'll bring in Tavana Do we bring back Macassini? Like, I think from my reports, he scored 4 tries in reserve grade.
And he remember Macassini, he was the one who it was Penrith in the trial.
Yeah, steamrolled, yeah. Which is like, he hasn't lived up to the hype of, I guess, that trial match. Like, everyone's thinking...
That was his moment.
That was his moment, and like, I mean, he's still young. He's only 18, maybe, just about to turn 19. So he's still really young. Got a bright future ahead of him, but I feel like this is a game where we need to start blooding young talent and new combinations. And by new combinations, I feel like we need to drop Jerome.
Yeah, I think
we need to start preparing for the future. Like, I know it's only 2 games left, and then, you know, they've got that break for the preseason, not playing competitive footy, but
just do it.
Yeah, just do it. We have nothing to lose. Like, Jerome is going. Like, that's the reality. We need to start building for the future.
Yeah, man, I feel for Tigers fans because there was that world where, you know, Luai was there. You know, they're going to build a team around him. They're going to win a premiership. Exactly. And then he's off to PNG.
He's been so good for the culture of the team, attracting those players. Like, there's no way we would have got some of the talent that we have at the moment without him. Like, so like all respects to him.
He was not only an on-field signing, he was off-field as well.
100%, yeah.
I think there's a podcast, The Fanatics. James Hooper's on it.
Yes.
He was talking to Anthony Watmel. I saw it today. He was saying he's surprised that Luai hasn't been dropped yet because you got nothing to lose.
Yeah, well, Benji's just always been saying, like, I'm picking the best team each week, like, in the best interest of, like, we're going to win. But I don't know. I feel like it's come to the point now where it's like we're not playing for it. Like, we're playing for pride essentially, but we need to show our fans, like, they need to show the fans that there's something to look forward to.
Yeah. Do you see a Tigers win? Are the claws going to be out? Is this one going to be you for you Tigers fans or?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I hope so. Which it'll be great because a lot of my mates are Chookies fans as well.
Yeah.
So I want to humble them and be like, hey,
we lost the Tigers last year. At the back end of the year as well, from my memory.
Yeah, but like, who cares if it comes to the back end of the year, especially when the Tigers aren't playing for anything, which has been, the last 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope so, like, but then I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I'm going to say Roosters by plenty, 13 plus. Yeah. Look, it could be a game where maybe the Tigers score the first one.
Yep.
Rattle them, could be a bit back and forward, but I think with the Chookies, when they roll on points, we saw this against the Cowboys. It's D-Day. But yeah, I think the Tigers, hopefully they have a good off season. They got the World Cup as well, so I think there'll be a few players playing in that.
Yeah, Samoa, Fiji, a fair few players playing in that.
And Brayley's off to the Tigers?
Yes, Jane Brayley. Come across from coming up from the Raiders.
It's not all doom and gloom. But
not at all, but it's also
is Benji the man?
I think he is. Like, his record at the moment doesn't show it, but you just need those people in the team that have that aura, like, and especially for the young guys coming through, like, they would have watched Benji growing up as a kid playing. It's like that level of aura. It's like it's unmatched. Like, you need that in your team.
Yeah, I agree. I think you just keep Benji there for a bit. He's got the team now. I think he's just got to stamp his authority and say, like, these are the rules.
Yep.
If you're gonna go against them, get the fuck out. Essentially, because you got to be a bit tough, but you also got to be. I think it's different nowadays. It's not. Some players a bit. I look at the whole thing with Dewey.
Yeah, a bit sensitive, but I feel like in that instance, Benji went back on his word, because as I mentioned before, like, the whole preseason camp, it's if you don't want to live up to the standards, get out. Dewey didn't want to play. Like, yeah, that following that story that week where it was like, Dewey's walked out, then it's Dewey's meeting with his management. He's probably going to leave. Then Sean Millercamp, the CEO, comes out and says, "Oh, no, everything's good. No further comment." And it's just like, well...
They just squashed it.
Yeah, squashed it. And then even when Benji and Adam did a joint presser the day or two after, we didn't really get down to exactly what happened. And like, all we knew is the reported reasoning was the positional switch.
Yeah. It's
I don't know.
It's always... and
it's just every year. Every year there's a media storm with the Tigers. There's always something massive. Always a massive drama with the Tigers. Every year.
Well, hopefully one day, for your sake, Mitch, you get to see him in the finals.
Just the finals. I don't even care if we lose.
Yeah.
Honestly, just one more week. Like, just one more extra week.
Please. We'll pray.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap it up, what is your grand final prediction, mate? 3 rounds to go. September, footy in the air. What are you thinking? Are Penrith done, or you still think they got something in them? Could it be the Wires? Could it be the Finns?
At the moment, sure pick would be the Roosters.
Yep.
Like 8 straight wins. Like they're flying at the moment, and just the level of footy they're playing. Like they're able to put teams away in attack, but they're just their defensive resolve, and especially what's important, like come finals. Defense is crucial, but the ability to turn defense into points, it's massive.
Yeah, and I think it's going to show. Hopefully, I don't jinx it, but I don't see the Chooks losing a game this year. I think they're going to ride the wave, lift that trophy with DC, and that's why the Chooks signed him for that finals moment. DC, look what he did against Penrith, both tries. And yeah, like you just mentioned, defensively as well, like your Toyas, Billy Smiths, dude, they were just. I think Brian Toya, he normally scores those tries.
Yeah.
So
huge defensive effort from Smith.
I think we'll see those two teams in the grand final, maybe.
I don't know.
Or do you think they're going to bow out in prelim like last year? That's what I reckon.
I think it all comes down to
mathematics.
Yeah, that and how quick Isaiah Yeo can get back on the field. They need him. He's so crucial to their attack, and he's their leader as well. Like, if he comes back maybe the week before finals, gets a game in, like
could be too little, too late.
I feel like, and depending how the matchups work, come finals, Roosters Warriors.
Yeah, I've got Roosters as well.
0-2 rematch.
0-2 rematch. I got a photo. It's somewhere up here, the 0-2 final. But all right, Mitch, mate. Look, thank you very much for coming on.
My pleasure.
All the best with the Rugby League World Cup for 7 this year.
Yeah.
It's a big one. Bit of pressure for him. Live and free
and exclusive.
Who's do you know who's commentating for 7? Who have they picked up?
Not sure actually, and I probably should know. Yeah, I don't know. I saw something about that, and I probably should know. Yeah, who's doing it? Me. I am. Yeah, I'm the wild card.
Yeah, get on there, mate. Get
No. But yeah, it's really exciting, especially for the 7 Network to have rugby league. Like obviously we have, the rights to the AFL, and we've built kind of that around it. But to have now another sport in the NRL, it's pretty good.
Double in 2 spots. All right, mate. Look, thanks again, and
my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I'm sure we'll have another chat again.
Of course. All
right, guys, thank you very much for tuning into the RTMV podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications from Mitch and I. Good night.